So today I am going to talk about the 7 tattoos I have on my body. So I am 18 and I turned 18 in May 15th, 2018. And I immediately started getting tattoos. Like, I wanted them since I was 13, and I used to draw them in a notebook with like gel pens because I just wanted them so badly. So yeah, today I'm going to tell you the 7 tattoos that I have. Tattoos I wanted to get that I never got or have not gotten yet. Why I got these tattoos, and answer some questions that I get asked a lot about my tattoos. So, my first tattoo is on my left wrist, and it's a rose that my mom loved roses. She died when I was 6, and she loved roses. And I got this tattoo because roses, like, whenever I think about my mom, I don't have a lot of memories of her, but whenever I do think about my mom, I think about roses. She smelled like roses. She loved roses. She just beautiful, like a rose. Like, my mom was just the best. And I got the word warrior over it because it's a very strong word that I think embodied my mom a lot. It embodies me. I'm a lot like my mom. I mean, I used to look like her. Yeah, so a rose and warrior was my first tattoo. My second tattoo is on my right wrist, and it's a sunflower, and it says courage. And I got this because my dad loves sunflowers, and actually I love sunflowers now. Like, I don't know if I got that from my dad or just they're pretty, but sunflowers are my favorite flower ever. Like, you can get me a sunflower and I might marry you. I love them. And it says courage above it. It was my second tattoo, and my dad was a very strong, courageous man, especially after my mom died. And my dad died when I was 11, and he worked all these extra shifts to make sure we were okay, and he took care of us. Like, my dad was the best person I've ever met in my life, honestly. So courage and warrior are the two things that I think of when I think of my parents. My third tattoo was this guy right here. It says "All the World's a Stage" under it. I got this tattoo because I've always loved performing, like dancing, acting, singing. I've always loved doing these things, and so when I got into high school, I started acting immediately. And yeah, so it's become like a huge part of my life that, like, I can't let go. Like, I want to be on Broadway more than anything. So yeah, that was my third tattoo. And honestly, I really love it. Like, I'll probably put a better picture, but like, I love the detail in it. I love the tears right here. I love the little swirls. Like, it's just so pretty. Um, Fourth tattoo. My ankle. It's on my right ankle on the inside, and it's the Aquarius symbol. My mom's an Aquarius. The state of California, like the outline of it, because that's where I grew up with them. And then the Pisces symbol, because my dad is a Pisces. That one was not really a spur of the moment tattoo, but it took me like a couple days to think of it because I knew I really wanted it. I got it when I visited California for the first time after like 4 years. I visited California, and I was with my best friend Michaela, and I got that tattoo. I also got my nose pierced that day. Um, Fifth tattoo was on my rib. It's right. It's about right here, under this strap right here. And it says, "You are what you love, not who loves you." It is a lyric from a Fall Out Boy song called "Save Rock and Roll." And I got this tattoo. This was definitely a spur of the moment tattoo. I was with one of my friends, Joanna, and we were at a tattoo bar, and she wanted to get one, and I was like, well, I guess we will. I'm like, LOL, whatever. And I didn't know what to get, and I didn't want to just get something stupid like a heart. So I was like on not YouTube, Google, looking up like lyrics from my favorite artists, like Halsey lyrics, Taylor Swift lyrics, and like Troye Sivan lyrics. And I couldn't find one, and so I went on. I was like kind of just giving up, and I was like over it. I was like, whatever, you can just get one and I'll watch you. So I had my headphone in, and I was on Spotify, and I hit shuffle on one of my playlists, my loud playlist. I hit shuffle, and this song came up. It Save Rock and Roll came up, and I was like, going through it, listen to it, and it got to the bridge where Elton John sings the "You Are What You Love, Not Who Loves You" part, and like I just like it clicked. I was like, this is what I want to get. So yeah, I got "You Are What You Love, Not Who Loves You." My 6th tattoo was this girl right here, my ballerina. This is like kind of my favorite story for a tattoo. I was listening to Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran, and there's a part where he goes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and he sings that part, like the Tiny Dancer part. So I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. Like, that sounds cool. So I looked up Tiny Dancer on Google, and like a bunch of things came up, but as I just scrolled further in images, this picture came up, and I was obsessed. Like, it's actually originally in color, but I just like I like line work tattoos. I don't like colored and shaded in tattoos. So this is just like the lines, and it's really, really pretty. And I love ballet. I've always loved ballet. I think it's just so like graceful and precise, and I just love it. I love it. So yeah, I got that one, and I got it in August. And then, sorry, my most recent tattoo, my 7th tattoo, is this one right here, which originally I wanted a tattoo here to say, "It's okay not to be okay." But I was in California in October with my older brother, and I wanted to get a tattoo while I was there because I'm originally from California. So I want to get my really, really important, meaningful, sentimental tattoos in California. So I was there, and I was like, well, I have to get a tattoo while I'm here. So I couldn't decide on what I wanted to get, and I originally wanted to get something back here or on my thigh or on the back of my neck or behind my ear or something. But we went to visit my parents' graves, since they're buried in California. We went to visit my parents' graves, and I was telling my older brother, but he's my stepbrother, I was telling him the story about how my dad used to take me to this place, and it was like, it only sold slushies and hot dogs and like corn dogs, and we would go there like every day after school. And when I was 9, we were in this car, and we were listening to music. And because my dad always listened to music, like he's very, very musical person, and so he was always listening to music. And one of the songs that he played was "Rocket Love" by Stevie Wonder. And I was like, listen to it, like whatever, playing with my toys. And a line in that song came up, and it was like, "A female Shakespeare of her time with looks to blow Picasso's mind." And when I heard that lyric, I thought it was so cool. I would how kids get one lyric stuck in their head and they sing it all the time? Like, that was my lyric. And it goes like, "The female Shakespeare of her time with looks to blow Picasso's mind." And I would sing that religiously. And I never understood what it meant, because I knew who Shakespeare was, but I didn't know who Picasso was, or like why this girl was like blowing Picasso's mind with her looks. So I asked my dad, and he said that he was an artist, and he showed me like some of Picasso's paintings and like sculptures or whatever Picasso does, I don't remember. He showed me like some of Picasso's artwork, and I thought it was beautiful, and I thought the way that lyric was written was absolutely like brilliant. And then as I got older, I started to write poetry, and the female Shakespeare part really started to resonate with me more. And so I was listening to that song, and I decided that that's when I wanted to get tattooed right here, because it just means so much to me. And part of me wants to get a song that reminds me of my mom right here, but I haven't gotten to one yet. But I also want to get "It's Okay Not to Be Okay." I might want to get that back here. I don't know where I want to get that. So now I'm going to tell you about some tattoos I really want to get. So I want to get a tattoo here, because like the symmetry is like stressing me out, because it's not symmetrical, it's stressing me out. So I want to get a tattoo here, and I think I want it to be of a butterfly, which is like, I've always had like a strong connection with butterflies. I think I want it to be of a butterfly, and I want it to say, I promised myself I wouldn't let you complete me under it, which is a Halsey lyric from Is There Somewhere. And I like that lyric a lot because I'm very dependent on people, which I'm working on, but I'm very dependent on people, and I tend to put every bit of me into someone and let them complete me in a sense. So when they leave, it hurts a lot more because I made myself, or I made them a part of me, and I don't want to do that anymore. So this is like my subtle reminder to not let people complete me. I feel like all of my tattoos are like little reminders. Like, these are my parents, one of my ankles are my parents. This is like my dreams and my goals. It's on my body, so I can't forget what I want to do with my life. This one's of my dad, and this one just like, and there's not really a meaning to it, you know? Like, I just love it. This little girl is all free. I want to name her, but I don't know what I want to name her. I haven't thought of like a perfect name for her yet. And then my rib is another little reminder that I have. It's you are what you love, not who loves you. And when I got it, I was going through a tougher period in my life, and it's another thing where I'm like, I have to remind myself that I'm not a reflection of the people that love me and how many people do love me, because I used to get really upset if I didn't have a lot of people around me because I thought there was something wrong with me, and I would hate myself for it. But I have to remind myself that I'm not a reflection of how many people care about me, and I am a reflection of the things that I love and the things that I put myself into and the things that I want to do with myself, not the people that are in my life. So yeah, I promised myself I wouldn't let you complete me. I want to get Crybaby on my like pelvic bone area, because Melanie Martinez has a song called Crybaby, and the first lines are like, you seem to replace your brain with your heart, you take things so hard and then you fall apart. Which, again, me. I have a lot of anxiety and I'm very sensitive, and I try not to be sensitive, but I'm very sensitive. So yeah, that's one of the ones I really want to get. It's okay not to be okay. I want to get the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet holding balloons. Like, I want to get Piglet, and I want my best friend, my sister. She's not really my sister, but she's like, I grew up with my best friend in California, Kyra. I want her to get Winnie the Pooh holding a balloon, because us. I think that's all I have right now that I really, really want. Yeah, that's all I have. I kind of, like, a little bit of me wants to get a tattoo, like, right here, but, like, on my cheek or something, but I don't think I'm gonna do that ever. I want to get one inside my lip, because they fade fast, and I can just get stupid things, like, inside my mouth, like, meow, or, like, bite me, like, inside my mouth, because it fades. What else? Tattoo questions that I get a lot. Did that hurt? Where did it hurt? Like, of course it hurt. It's a needle in my skin. But I think the one that hurt the most is my rib. 100%. Hands down, that one killed me. I had to take breaks. Like, I was close to tears. That one killed me, especially because, like, I'll show you in, like, a better picture, but it's like, you can't even see it. It goes onto my boob a little bit, and Lord Jesus in heaven above, that tattoo was killing me. I'm gonna rate them from like most painful to least painful. So most painful, this one was definitely a close second, because it started to get like in the sensitive skin area right here. Pain. Her, especially when it got to the balloons up here, I was dying. The ballerina, like the girl herself, wasn't too bad, but the balloons up here and the strings, like, because the way he was doing it was just kind of like that. The strings, like, had me absolutely dead. My shoulder one, the theater masks, was pretty painful, only because he was doing a lot of detail and shading and stuff in it, and it was, like, burning. Like, I was dying. Then I'm gonna say my first tattoo, only because it was my first tattoo, and I was, like, freaking out about it. It's my first tattoo, and then the leaves of the roses hurt a lot, and the warrior hurt a lot. And then courage was not too bad, and my ankle one, I didn't even feel it at all. It was like buzzing, like it felt like It's like my phone being pressed against my ankle, like vibrating. It really didn't feel like anything. Yeah, so those are all of my tattoos, what they mean, and which ones I want to get. So yeah, thanks for watching or whatever.